This episode is brought to you by Naked Fake Soap. Shop over a dozen handcrafted artisan soaps locally sourced and made in Arizona using the finest non-toxic intentional ingredients. Naked Fake Soap also offers facial care products along with accessories like soap dishes, soap saver bags, and more.
Visit their website at nakedfigsoap.com and use code DRUMMINGUP, all one word, for 20% off online orders. And that is the best place to find her now.
Yes.
She doesn't really have a storefront so much as she has
As of right now.
Yeah, as of right now,
Yes.
she has her products in certain locations,
Yes.
which again is the best place to find her is at her nakedfigsoap.com website.
Yes.
Or her socials. Instagram is a great spot to find her. Ask her any questions where she's going to be at like a farmer's market.
Yes.
You can find all that out. Or
But coming up, she's
Yeah.
moving to bigger and better opportunities.
Yes, absolutely. And we're very happy to hear that because,
Yes.
we just want to
She's
make
one
sure
of our
she's doing
favorite,
okay.
favorite companies.
Oh, yeah. Whenever we're getting low, we always place our order.
Yes.
And again, use that code drumming up,
Yes.
all one word, to get that 20% off discount.
For sure.
nakedfigsoap.com. It'll be in the show notes. We'll have her website. And then the best thing to do is from the website, go find her socials, follow her. That helps her. And by you doing that, it helps us because we know you're listening and we know you're buying her great products. She also offers tattoo care and everything too.
Yes,
so
she does.
just a ton of stuff that she does. It's all locally made and everything. So what was that website again?
That is nakedfigsoap.com.
Using code drumming
Drumming
up,
Up.
all one word, for 20% off at checkout.
Hi there, this is Julian of Gorad, and you are listening to Drumming Up Conversation. Hell yeah.
Drumming up conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Drumming up, yeah. Conversation. Yeah.
Hey, this is Jeff Bowders, and you are watching the Drumming Up Conversation podcast.
All right. So today we are joined by my brother, your brother-in-law, Jeff.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Surprise! We surprised you.
We just had our anniversary. We wanted to do a little recap on that. He was a big part of it. He's a big part of the original wedding as well. And we just thought we'd have him on to discuss everything that went on for the weekend because it was quite a weekend for sure. So how's everything going for you?
No complaints. How about you guys?
Had to work today.
Had to work
so,
today.
so yeah. So what was your original anniversary plan?
Originally I wanted to get Godsmack involved and hopefully do something backstage. If not, get you guys up on stage to renew the vows. Obviously we reached out to them quite a few different ways to the point where I think they got annoyed with us. Unfortunately they weren't willing to help us out. So my backup plan was to figure out the exact location at the venue where you guys did it. And I think we pretty much hit it spot on and do it there.
Yeah.
That worked out, yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot more booths this time than the last time we did it 5 years ago, which was crazy too. It like the truck wouldn't have fit where it was, the KEPD truck wouldn't fit where it was last time and all that. So it was, yeah. But I'm pretty sure it was that spot because I think they set that tent up right between those pillars.
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
A couple yards further down.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the event was actually more spread out this time too. Like we did a lot more walking this time than 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was like last year's event. Like we told you last year, the concert was inside where a lot of the vendors were. So that was all cleared out
There was
and
only half the
outside.
vendors last year.
Yeah, so it seemed like they had the ones from last year and this year put in there. So seemed like, yeah, I don't even think we went through everything. So
I don't think so.
No, I think we missed an entire row of
yeah.
places to check out. Yeah.
So well, I'm just glad that it was back outside. That was nice.
Yeah.
So And of course, Gottschalk played our reception at the original wedding. You were there. The kid was there. We stressed many, many times, my parents, they should really, really go. So this was more for them than it was really us too. And we're glad they got to do that, as far as we
Yeah,
think.
I mean,
I
I
think they
get
had
that. I
more.
think ceremony is important for it all too. So,
Yeah.
what are the chances that on your anniversary that the exact same thing is going to take place that took place on your wedding too? So,
Yeah.
when things like this come up, I always think that, whether you're religious or not, whatever the powers that be or the energies that take place are doing it for a reason, and you should always jump on it when it seems too good to be true.
For sure, especially being like a 5 year or a 10 year, like a big year. Not, it wasn't like it was like the third year or the seventh year or something.
Yeah,
5 and 10 is
exactly.
always, the 5 and the 0 is the bigger deal usually. That's why they have like gold and silver and diamond and all those for those specific ones.
Well,
So
and the fact that it's literally the exact same day, like
yeah.
statistically, it just
I
it
know.
seems very, very odd that you'd end up with the same band on the same day. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, and it turned out it seemed like mom and dad really enjoyed themselves. So that was
Yeah,
cool. Mom right out of the gate was already like, "Oh my God, this is cool." I was going out looking at jewelry and everything else. So that
yeah.
was
Plus, she was expecting Godsmack to be like screamo, so
yeah.
them not even. I don't even really consider them metal. I just think of them as just rock. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think she was
same
pleasantly surprised with that.
for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think she was pleasantly surprised, and the only disappointment I had for the day was they didn't do the drum solo because they did it last time, and I was boasting about it to dad, and they never
Next
ended up
song,
doing it.
next song,
Next song, next
next
song,
song.
yeah.
He
So
might be out of practice with if they've been doing a lot of acoustic shows, like you said. So it might not have been something they prepared.
yeah, and that's it. We were the only full electric like concert. So before then and after then was all like more of an acoustic thing. So yeah, that makes sense. Did you have a favorite part of Saturday?
Um, Honestly, I'm trying to think here. For me, I think the funniest thing that took place, and it was my biggest memory outside of those T-shirts, was the fact that we stood in line to get drinks for 30 minutes or so. It was ridiculously long, and then we literally 20 feet away. If we just walked around to the other side, we could have just walked right up like Mom did. So that was kind of comical, but it worked out because we needed to wait for her anyway.
Yeah.
Outside of that, those T-shirts, the "I'm the reason we're late," and then the "hung like a 5-year-old" T-shirts had me dying laughing.
Yeah. Oh, that and if we didn't wait in line, you wouldn't have been able to make your Subaru comment to the dancers as well. So
That
That's
was
true, yeah.
so I guess again it worked out.
Yeah.
I guess now we'll shift gears then into so we scheduled this when for the event about with December, right?
I think so, yeah.
December, I think, but right around the time it was announced. And so we planned that, and then about a month later, you're over for one of the wrestling events, and they showed when WrestleMania was going to be like, "Are you serious right now? Are you 6th and 7th? Great!" Like so, we ended up having to cram both WrestleMania days into Sunday after a very long Saturday. And did you have a favorite match for part one on the Saturday?
Um, I'm just trying to think.
So Rhea and Becky kicked it off.
I mean, the Rhea match was really, really good. Seeing, I've complained about some of the female wrestlers. They don't sell it as well as some of the others do. You run into that with the male wrestlers as well, but it's not like the headline matches like it is with some of the female ones that I've noticed. So Rhea and who was the other person?
Becky Lynch.
Becky,
Mhm.
they did phenomenal.
Yeah,
Like it was one of the best female matches I've ever seen. So yeah, that one was definitely my favorite. And the fact that Rhea is pretty powerful and was able to pull off some of those moves, it just made it entertaining. So
yeah,
yeah, for day one, the Rhea match was definitely seeing The Rock wrestle was great and everything like that, but
sure.
he didn't seem to be quite back in form. I think 6 months from now he'll admit that. So that match was kind of a highlight because I think it's been quite some time since The Rock got in the ring. But yeah, no complaints. I've only watched a handful of WrestleMania, and I think it's been like 10 or 15 years since I watched the last one. And of all the ones that I've seen, this was definitely the best.
Yeah, cool. And what about day 2?
Um, I mean, probably the headline match, but also I mean, Logan Paul, I love watching him wrestle, so I can't really complain. That was also pretty good. I like the three-way with that. That was the triple threat match, I think is what they call them, right?
Yeah.
Not a
Yeah.
three-way.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, the triple threat match was fun. I just like watching it, and the prime bottle thing's getting a little annoying to me for them having to always have somebody in there to have his back, and they the dude's such a natural heel. I don't think they need to
Yeah.
do anything extra for him.
And the brass knuckles is getting a little old too. So he's
Yeah,
done,
yeah,
like, the last
because
4 matches. So it's like, all right, like let's do a new gimmick, and let's just be a bigger jerk, be a bigger heel, and you'll get over just fine. So just
yeah,
you can
I
still
bet
be
you
a
he probably feels the
scumbag.
same way.
Yeah, you could be a scumbag and not use brass knuckles and have a partner help you each time. You can just do dirty things. Ric Flair did it for decades, so
Right.
by himself. You could figure it out. Yeah, I feel the same way with day 2. Although the Sami Zayn Gunther match was really good for a close second, because
Yeah.
Sami Zayn takes a beating in every, like I said when we were watching it. He took on all of Jackass 2 years prior to that, like the whole roster. So
I mean, Gunther took some pretty big slaps. I mean, his
yeah,
chest was immediately red right into that match. So that's pretty cool. I mean, a lot of the stuff in wrestling, they're imitating that it's like harder than it actually is. But those smacks, you can tell those are real because
yeah,
they start getting welts almost immediately. So that was pretty cool to see.
yeah. But I agree with day 2 that when Undertaker, the music goes on, the bell hits, lights go, it goes black, and then next thing you know, Undertaker's, choke slamming The Rock. It doesn't get much better than that. So
Oh, I mean, I'm not a big fan of The Rock after hearing Logan talk about what The Rock did to him and how he
yeah,
treated him and how
yeah,
you know, Logan was a true fan of The Rock's and had been following him since before he was even called The Rock.
yeah,
It just bugged the crap out of me. So I was happy to see John Cena run in there, and I would love to see John Cena and Logan kind of team up against The Rock, and because their character arc for both of them is very similar to what happened with The Rock, the way that The Rock treated them, and John Cena called for it. It was his own fault, but Logan was just trying to pivot directions and got canceled by cancel culture. Like he was I watched the video that The Rock, essentially canceled Logan for, and was it distasteful? Sure, but it wasn't intentionally. Like he wasn't trying to make light of it. It
mhm,
was just the fact that he was doing something so serious on a channel that was notoriously pulling pranks that people looked at it a different way. But if you went back and did it now, I don't think people would view it that way because Logan has successfully completed that shift, but at that time, it rubbed Rock the wrong way. Apparently, the PR was so bad that The Rock was just like, "Hey, I'm done with you. I'm just gonna get rid of you," and that's not cool to do to a friend. Like, you're not a true friend if everybody's trying to cancel somebody and you're like, "Yeah, I can't be around you because my PR department said it's like."
get
So
a new
what? You
department
you
then.
you own the PR department, man.
Yeah,
Fire it.
exactly, exactly. Well, I mean, now The Rock's his boss again, so technically, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but Logan's probably worth more money than The Rock, so it's kind
Yeah,
of it's
yeah,
comical to see. Like I'm hoping down the road there's a Terramana and Prime like partnership and they get along or something happens with it. But I'd like to see him work out the beef and actually make it public. Like, hey, like that's not cool what you did to me, and like why didn't you stick up for me? I want to see what The Rock how he responds because I feel he lacks integrity based off of what Logan said. And Logan wasn't even trying to make people feel that way. He was just saying how he felt. But
yeah,
how do you not, you consider somebody a friend, you have them on set, you involve them in movies, when you're benefiting from all their marketing success and how viral he was with the young kids, like The Rock fully took advantage of that. But then the second it doesn't go in his favor, he just can't cuts the guy off. That's BS if you ask me.
yeah. No, I agree. I agree. And yeah, I totally agree. And I'm becoming a real big fan of Logan Paul, actually. So like he's everything I've seen him do and all that, he seems very authentic. He seems to he's trying really hard to be a heel, but people are starting to like him and it's making it tougher for him because he didn't know how to cope with it to begin with. He's like, I didn't know I was supposed to be hated. I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, he's like John Cena. It's,
Yeah,
good luck. You can try to be the bad guy, but people
yeah,
can tell that you're a good human.
yeah.
And the thing that really made me respect Logan was Logan had a boxing match against oh my god, I can't think of the fighter. The undefeated, the 51-0 guy. Oh my gosh. Floyd Mayweather,
Oh, okay.
right? And his brother Jake grabbed the hat off of Floyd Mayweather and took off and got banned from the match. And Jake was all, "Oh, dude, that's gonna go so viral. That was so cool." And Logan said, "Yeah, man, but you just got banned from the match." He's like, "I don't care, dude. I'll just watch it on pay-per-view." And Logan's like, "Yeah, man, I just kind of wanted to have you there, so that's why I'm upset." Like he just seemed very sincere, and he got. I think he got to the point, and Jake is now starting to finally follow suit, where they no longer have to worry about that stuff, and they're just. I think they had really good parents, and they were raised really, really well. That it's finally starting to show who their true characters are, and they're not just trying to do things to go viral.
Yeah.
And that's why it's hard to hate Logan when you actually see him interview people and talk, and everybody says such good things about him. It's like, well, how can you actually hate him when he seems to do so much good and never want acknowledgement for the good stuff that he does?
Yeah, for sure. No, I agree. I agree. So about what 6 hours into our 8 hour endeavor for wrestling, you had us come upstairs, and at one point you had the garage open. I'm like, why is the garage open? And it was so you could bring decorations. And so how was mom coming home with all the decorations and the cake and all that? Is that what happened?
Oh, the decorations were already at the
Already
house.
at the house? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I opened the garage just because if she came home, I didn't want her to like carry a cake in or anything like that. So I wanted her to think something was up, and I thought that would be a good indication.
Gotcha.
Because as that happened, my phone actually died too at the same time, so I couldn't even communicate with her to know what was going on.
Okay, that's why you asked about the charger, if it was ours, and then you said, does it fucking work anyway?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Okay.
yeah, I ordered the decorations from Amazon, had them delivered. So, you actually carried in the decorations for your anniversary the day before. And then the cake we went and ordered on Friday and got that all set up. So she was just picking up the cake. It had already been paid for. I already got the bubbly and everything too. So
That'd have been
yeah,
hilarious
and then
if the kid picked up the cake, or picked up the pizza, got the cake because of the last name. I just thought
we
about
kind
that
of
too. That could have been bad because they're
yeah,
next
no,
to each other.
the cake was kind of, they knew exactly what was taking place, so it was all planned out. He actually made the cake for us on Friday, the cake guy, and
Nice.
it was kind of weird because the person that we ordered it through didn't understand the concept. She thought we wanted chocolate with black frosting up top and then white cake with white frosting on the bottom. But I wanted to have it where, it
Yeah.
was flipped because I thought it looked cooler.
Yeah. Heck yeah, man.
So he just went through and made it for us right then and there because he was worried that if she made it, she would screw it up because we kept having to repeat everything.
Gotcha.
I have to apologize because I'm a horrible bitch when it comes to surprises. So
Oh, you're good. Well, you don't need to apologize. I don't
know
know.
I do
It's fine.
apologize.
We really
Oh.
appreciate it. Yeah. So we really do. And if I could have had champagne, I would have, but now it just, yeah, I get nauseous when I smell it and taste it. So, but we really appreciate what you
We
did.
do.
That was really awesome for you to do for us. And I mean, whether you got Godsmack or not, it wasn't going to change having fun and enjoying the 5 years since it all happened. So
And if it
Yeah,
makes
I mean,
you feel better about
it sounded like
surprises, oh, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel better about surprises, when Justin actually proposed to me, he caught me completely off guard and surprised me because for years he said we would never get married. And then we had just went out to dinner that night with a friend that had broken up with his girlfriend. And Justin's like, yeah, fuck marriage, fuck this, blah, blah, blah. I'm never getting married. And then we got home and I walked out of the restroom and he's down on one knee and he asked me to marry him. And I just looked at him and went, No, and walked off. And he was just like, what a
What?
bitch.
It should have been more of a prank. You should have acted like you were hurt and had to get down on one knee too. Like that's not like you, man.
Yeah.
No, I don't take stuff like that like offensively as far as how people react to surprises, how they react to surprises. That's the risk that you take when you surprise somebody. So I didn't take any offense to it.
I'm an
Not
Aries.
everybody.
I like to be in control of everything.
Yeah, me too. So haha, I won. No, it was cool to just we got to have the traditional cliche cake and do the toast and everything like that, and mom and dad got to be present for it. So that was the most important thing. And then having 95-year-old grandma there,
Yeah.
and having her wish you guys a happy anniversary. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool because
Yeah, that was really
she has
cool.
her good days and she has her bad days. So it's another good thing was it lined up with one of her good days.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, we appreciate everything. And last thing I have is we just found out about possible Heels getting renewed. Do you know when that's going to be
Yeah.
on Netflix?
So Netflix picked up Heels. They're gonna have the first and second season on there, and
Uh-huh.
depending on how it does. So anybody that's listening to this, if you haven't watched Heels, when it comes to Netflix, watch it.
Yeah.
Bookmark it too, because that also helps with the algorithm. And then depending on how it does, that will dictate whether or not we get a third and probably final season of the show. Who knows? I mean, the other show that not Stephen Amell, yeah, which one of the Amels? I can't remember. Is it
Steven.
Steve?
Yeah.
It is Stephen Amell in that one. Okay. The other show that he's on is Suits, LA. And as I think everybody probably knows, Suits was, I think, canceled by USA and then picked up by Netflix, if I remember correctly, for the final couple seasons. So he's going to be on a version of a show that Netflix picked up and go through and do that. So I think the chances are pretty good we get a third season. I mean, I'd be happy with just like 3 episodes to just wrap things up, because I hate when shows just end like that. It's the
Yeah.
worst.
Well, and Alexander Ludwig's Vikings just got picked up by Netflix too, so that might help too. People might be like, "Oh shit, I really like this guy. What else is he in? Well, what's this Heels thing? Oh, cool, I'll check that out." So you never know. So because
Yeah,
that just got on there a couple weeks ago. So
and to be honest, I mean, they don't ever do a good job marketing their shows, stars. So like, I think it being on Netflix, I think that most people that are wrestling fans probably never even heard of it because,
yeah,
um, I mean, you're gonna have Heels on the same network that's gonna have Raw, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's next year though. But I mean,
But
Netflix has a lot of wrestling stuff they're doing right now too, so that might help also.
yeah, I think it's a pretty good win-win, and I think it increases our chances quite a bit. So hopefully everybody listening checks it out. It's a pretty darn good show, and kind of lets you know the back end of things that happen with wrestling and all the work that has to go into the match before the match even takes place, which that was kind of cool to learn.
Yeah, well, like I remember the first ever thing that ever popped up was the kayfabe thing of, stay in character, which, is a big deal with wrestling, maintain your character and all that. So, and I mean, Netflix picked up a show we've been watching for 4 seasons called Warrior. Same thing. They're gonna see how it does on there to renew it or not. So, but yeah.
Was that on Stars as well, or no? That was on
No, it
HBO.
was on HBO. Yeah,
It's so good.
it's really, really good show, and it's kind of ended the same way where it's like, come on, man, we got to button this thing up. We got to close it out. Like I need to know what happened. Was he really
That
hurt?
was
You know,
early 1900s San Francisco, right?
yeah,
When it took place.
yeah. When the different Chinese people came over, and I could say Chinese because it is China, not Asia. It's
Yeah.
just kind of so. Yeah, it's if you haven't checked it out, it's all based on Bruce Lee's writing. So
Oh, I'll
that's something
definitely take a
yeah,
look.
yeah. So
One thing I wanted to ask is, who's the guy that was all beat up at the end of the match? Oh my God,
Seth Rollins?
oh
Seth
yeah.
Rollins. So I think it's fake, right? I don't think he's actually hurt. I just think they're going to give him some time off so he can go spend it with his wife while she does a book tour. That's kind of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You think he's gonna have to stay in character the entire time? Like if he's out in public, I imagine he'd have to wear some sort of knee brace or back brace or whatever it is that they're gonna play up to, right?
He got his knee hurt against a guy that I just realized hasn't been on since, Jinder Mahal.
Oh yeah.
and he got injured by him about 4 months ago, like legit injured, and it was his knee. So he hadn't really wrestled at all since then. So I'm thinking back-to-back nights, being the last one on the day before and the first one on the next day. I think his knee just said, dude, we can't do this anymore. Because from what I read, he was supposed to be a little more involved in that final match as well than he was, but he could barely walk.
Jeez.
So,
So
so they said it just finally just said no, we don't want to do this anymore. We're giving out on you right now. So he pretty much
well,
got
so
out
if
the
it is legit, then obviously he's probably gonna have a brace and whatnot. If not, I mean, those characters, it's got to kind of stink that if you're in order to get time off, you have to, be injured.
yeah.
That would imagine having to wear like a cast or a brace just so you can get some time off from your job. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that have probably done it in the real world, but
Sure.
in wrestling, you got to walk around with a walking brace or something on all the time. Just hey, I wanted to spend some time with my wife, or we're
Yeah.
expecting our baby, and I took 8 weeks off. Like, there's always got to be something played into it, which is it's kind of cool. I think that's the only industry, pretty much in the world where you have to stay in character even when you're not working.
At least if you're hurt, you know, you
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
for
pretty
sure.
cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And from what I read is he's actually getting the surgery done finally too. It was an ACL, so they're like, well, you can't, like we talked about, you can't hurt it more. So just it'll tell you when it's done. And I think
Yeah.
it did on Sunday night. I think it finally told him, listen, man, like I'm done. Like get out there and do what you can, but it's limited. Like
Yeah,
so
last night on Raw, Rhea was walking backstage and Liv Morgan took an aluminum or steel
yeah,
chair
let me chair.
and threw it right at her head
Yeah.
and knocked her right down. She was down and it was
Oh,
the
no.
loudest thunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So obviously I wasn't a big wrestling fan until I started watching it with you guys. Is the variables that can take place, like maybe that chair was supposed to just slightly miss her. I mean, you can't plan for where the chair is gonna hit too. Like
Yeah.
I think I have pretty darn good aim. If I'm throwing a chair, I'll be lucky if I come anywhere close to hitting the person where I was trying to hit them. So it's interesting because she ends up having to get stitches and she can't do something. They have to plan everything out, and it's all it's like directing a movie and also having to deal with professional athletes who can get injured, and like there's just so much that's taking place. It's every single night's like when Tom Cruise broke his foot jumping across that roof gap.
That
So
was cool. I'm
it's
glad they
pretty cool.
kept that. I'm glad they kept that too. That was really cool watching him kind of limp off with it. So
I mean, it's pretty disgusting when you
yeah,
see the video of him zoomed into that
yeah,
part because his
yeah,
foot is literally touching his toes are touching his shin.
yeah.
And I don't think it's supposed to go that way.
No, no, not at all. And last thing I have, we just watched the Logan Paul thing yesterday, and he actually said that of all the training for all the different avenues he's done, he said wrestling is the hardest thing he's ever done in his life.
Oh, I mean, I
He
would
said this
imagine
stuff,
so.
yeah, he's like, this stuff hurts. Like he's like, the ropes hurt. Just bouncing
Running
off
the
the
ropes,
ropes,
yeah.
yeah, hurts. He's like, everything in this world of entertainment hurts. He's like, I don't know how you guys do it 320 days a year.
They
So
got some thick skin, and I do want to find out about those rings and see if there are different settings for how much
uh,
give it has, and if they can adjust it during the match and how that all takes place. Because I'm really curious because I did after I said that I started noticing that for some matches it did seem to bounce more than for others, and it didn't seem like the people that were in the ring were significantly heavier or lighter than the other people in the ring. So I'm starting to think that okay, maybe it is on an adjustable dampening system or something. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I would love if we can get there and learn some of that stuff sometime. Next time Raw or SmackDown or whatever it is in town, if we can go take a look and get a tour, that'd be pretty cool.
there's an Arizona Wrestling League or
Yeah.
Wrestling Federation too. Like I brought up in July, they're going to have one. We're going to reach out to some of them the closer it gets, and I can see if we can get someone that does that for them, and we can ask them some questions too. So we'll see if we can get some access to it.
They perform at a tap room that's right next to American Furniture Warehouse
Over in
on
Gilbert.
Power.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I thought they'd be at like Mesa Art Center or something like that. So
it's a lot of like little tap rooms, and like one's in Phoenix and one's in Gilbert. They're there every like 2 or 3 months. So
sweet. Well, we'll chat with them. Maybe they'll have a pretty cool ring setup that we can check out and just kind of learn. You
Yeah,
and I can get into the ring and toy around and see how rough it is.
that'd be cool. Yeah, well, once it gets a little closer and April is over, we'll reach
I'm
out.
sorry, I
So
scratched it.
and yeah, we'll see who we can get on. So get a couple of the superstars on and a couple of the ring people and all that. A lot of times in those smaller ones, like we saw in Heels, they do all of it. The people
Yeah,
that
man.
perform also do all that too. So
Well, I'm gonna bring back Rhino Man. I'm gonna get in good with him, and we're gonna figure something out. It'll be fun.
cool. I'll wear my Batman mask.
There we go.
Well,
You guys should redo that now.
I know I want to. We need to get the original though, so you can watch it clip by clip and see how to do it. But I want to.
Oh, I think we go full on like with ChatGPT. We can probably upload our old one and have it write us a 30-minute script, so we could actually do like a full on like 25-minute short or something for it. I think it'd be fun.
We'll have Damien start bugging Mom about it. She has
She'll do it for him.
Yeah, she'll do it for him. So put a little bug in his ear. Hey, Damien, ask Grandma about our Rhino Man movie. So
All right, we'll do.
cool. Awesome, man. Well, thank you for doing this. We
Thank you.
appreciate it, and thank you for everything you did.
Oh, you're welcome. Congrats on the anniversary, and let's talk to you guys soon.
All right,
All right.
sounds good.
Bye.
Drumming
Bye.
up conversation.